Hey guys, this is Alex, and I'm here to do a Friday Reads update. Haven't done one of these videos before, but it's a long weekend. I didn't work today, and I'm just so excited about the stuff that I'm reading. So first up, I'm rereading Hamlet in anticipation of seeing my first live production of this on Monday. So the version that I'm seeing is going to be a little on the non-traditional side. So first of all, there's a female actress cast as Hamlet, which I'm very excited about. As well as I heard that they are restructuring the play and changing the order of some of the scenes, so I wanted to make sure I had a good grasp on what was going on before I go into this. And this is my second time reading it, and I'm having a lot of fun this time. I think the first time I was taking it very seriously, I was trying to approach it as a complex, tragic masterpiece, but this time I'm just focusing on a lot of the funny and weird things that go on in this play. I'm especially enjoying any scene with Polonius. He really cracks me up. Everything else that I'm reading is Russian focused. So I finally started this giant beast of a biography of Dostoevsky by Joseph Frank. And in the introduction, Joseph Frank was talking about how he didn't want this to be just a straight up biography where you just talk about someone's life and the things that happened to them. But he wanted to go deep with it, and he talks a lot about these social, political, and cultural issues that were going on in Dostoevsky's time, because those are really integral to understanding his writing. Because he was writing in response or reaction to a lot of these big ideas. And I did not live in Russia in the 1800s, so there are a lot of things that I could learn to better appreciate his writing. And so far, this has been amazing. I'm almost sad that I got the abridged version, because I would have liked to even go in greater detail, but this will suffice for now. So I've just finished the early section of Dostoevsky's childhood and adolescence, and there's been a lot in here about his literary influences, so I've been trying to read some of those. So the first one would be E.T.A. Hoffmann, who was a German romantic writer, and he did okay in Germany, but he was really popular with a lot of Russian authors for some reason. So I just finished one of his major tales, and that's called The Golden Pot. It is pretty whack. It is about this student who falls asleep under a tree and falls in love with a blue-eyed serpent girl, and he has to win the approval of her dad, who is like a salamander, but also wizard man kind of thing. So yeah, this was very strange, but I had a lot of fun reading it. Very highly imaginative, and some cool thoughts in here about truly connecting with nature. So this has been fun. The next one that I'm going to be reading in here is called The Sandman, and it's apparently a lot darker, so that should be good. As well as Dostoevsky's number one influence / every Russian's number one influence is Alexander Pushkin. So I took this as a good opportunity to start rereading Eugene Onegin. So I'm just reading a chapter a night, reading it out loud to myself. It's been a lot of fun. I just got to the part in the story where Tatiana enters, so stuff is about to go down, and I'm excited about that. As well, I am reading Novels, Tales, and Journeys, the complete prose of Alexander Pushkin. This is a new translation by the controversial translators Richard Prevere and Larissa Velikonski. And I'm about 100 pages in, and it's been okay so far. The first story was interesting, but it was unfinished. And the other stories that I just read all had these kind of cutesy endings with these kind of predictable endings, but for the most part, though, I've been enjoying these stories. I just hope that they are going to get a little more complex as the collection goes along. And lastly, tonight I am hoping to start Poor Folk, which is the first published work of Dostoevsky, and I've never read any of his early stuff before. I don't think I've read anything pre-Siberian prison camp, which I know was a major turning point in his life and affected a lot of his thinking and writing. So this is still kind of fairly innocent and young Dostoevsky, so I'm excited to see what he thought about the world. And this still made a pretty big splash on the Russian literary scene when it came out, so it should still be good. So I'm quite excited to starting this. It's not very long as well. There's some other short stories included in here, so it should be fun. So that's my life right now. I am buried in Russia. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know if you have any thoughts about these books, and have a great weekend. Thanks for watching.